Alright, welcome back. In a little while, well, not really, but been about a week I think. And as you can see, Sophia's in the group. I just put me from last one. I have spent probably about half an hour now just doing item creating. And spent about, if you look at the money, spent about 30 or 40,000 for it. The only real thing of any, this is the stuff that I made. The only real thing of any use, I believe, is the orichalcum. The orichalcum, yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. There's only one. Oh, I got two, did I? No, it's got two bonus things, there's only one. There's only one, but, no well, I got it. So, I was hoping to make the golden curry as well, but I spent another 15 minutes after finally making the orichalcum just not making it and just wasting money. So I decided I am going to carry on the story. I think he told us to go and get some rest, didn't he? And I think I could have gone the other way, it would have been quicker. Anyway, I believe we're heading to Moonbase, aren't we, to find the Dr. Langard's lab. There's a few things in Moonbase if I remember right. We're going to have to make another decision. This is one where I've made the decision before starting playing. Is it this one? No, it's just somewhere else. You must have been really unlucky to be captured by Quark. Don't worry, you're safe now. We'll get you back to Earth in no time. I wasn't captured per se. I mean, was I? Was I captured? Well, I don't want to talk to everyone. I hope I don't have to, because I'm going to have to go back here. I think there's a... Is this my room? No. I thought it was southwest it was supposed to be. No, here's Sophia. Have you recently prepared? I had no idea what kind of work my dad was doing. I wonder if my mom knew. Your mom? She must not have known about it. It was a top secret government project after all. I still can't believe it. I can't believe they were making weapons. Not only that, they were doing evil research that was against the law. Don't tell me you don't believe in your father. Huh? I believe in my dad. It's an undeniable fact that there's some mysterious power locked up inside of me, and I think it must be because of my dad that the rest of them thought that it was the right thing to do. That's what I'm going to Moonbase to prove. Isn't that how you feel, Sophia? Yes, of course, I believe in them. I trust both Uncle Robert and Aunt Ryoko, and of course I trust my dad. Good. Alright then, let's go clear up all our doubts together at Moonbase. Okay. Your dad was killed, and on top of it, both my dad and Aunt Ryoko are missing. Why did this have to happen? Is the secret buried in Moonbase really all that important? I don't think they were sleeping. I guess this isn't it. Let's head that already. Maybe it's in the nearby room, this one? Get over look in here. One of these, maybe? This looks like it.
What are you up to?
I'm accessing the database over at Langard Research Lab on Moonbase.
My father's lab?
I thought I could get a head start with a remote search, but it didn't work. I know nothing more than the last time I checked.
When you checked before, could you show me what you found?
I could, yes.
Please, I'd like to see it.
Okay.
We are currently involved in research on special symbols that exhibit extraordinary effects when embedded in the human gene. Although my research is banned by Federation law, It is far too important to abandon now. I'm conducting my research in secret, with the help of my wife, Ryoko, Jesse Trador, and Dr. Estede. Over the past few years, we have successfully developed two special symbols: destruction and alteration. The power to destroy and the power to alter. We have selected our own children to be test subjects. Jesse protested, but I believe it to be an even greater sin to use the children of others. Although we are tormented by our guilt, we had no other choice. We have embedded destruction in my son and alteration in Jesse's daughter. There are no signs of rejection at this point. Our research was a success. We've now achieved our initial goal. The next step is to track their development.
No way.
This is how I first learned about you. I still don't know what purpose your father had in doing this, but I do know for sure that they embedded special symbols within each of us.
I wonder how they intended us to use our powers.
I'd rest much easier if I knew. We may learn more when we get our hands on the research lab's database.
I
Hopefully.
agree. It's our only hope.
Let's
Help
place
me,
faith in
Obi-Wan.
what your father said. There must be something there at the lab.
Right.
This is Maria's room. Destruction and alteration. Hey, Faith, these two words mean anything to you? Well, other than the obvious, I'm sorry, but they don't mean a thing to me. My mom and dad never really talked about their work. I see. Guess all we can do is take the professor at his word and go to Moonbase. I want to sleep. Trivia the story. This is actually going to be a shorter video because, as you noticed, Sophia is in the group and she's level 1. Also, Moonbase is a great place to grind and level up pretty quickly. I guess I was wrong. It must be in a different part. What was I saying? Yeah, so I do want to do some grinding there. We'll get to the first area and then we'll save it, because I mean we're only maybe 20-30 minutes video, I think. All I have to do is kill those executioners, or whatever they're called. Fine, leave the killing to me. Oh well, they just took out a giant battleship. I don't know if your sword's gonna do it. Hey, I think we found it, There's still time, let's take a little nap. Yeah, let's get a sec. We should be at Moonbase. No, why am I doing Albel's voice? We should be at Moonbase by the time I wake up. I better get some sleep while I can, or I'm gonna wear myself out. And there's a lot of hidden items on Moonbase as well. So while I'm doing grinding, I might run across some by accident. It's a little frustrating because I know the story stuff's gonna happen. Where'd it come here? Come in, Faith. Fate here, sir. You've arrived at Federation Station 5. I'm sorry to interrupt your rest, but there's no time to spare. Make your preparations immediately, then come to the bridge. Yes, sir. Let's save it here. I'm not going to stop you, don't worry. Save it here. What I might do then, I'm thinking about it, is I think it's the area just after starting point in Moonbase, where it has pretty much all the same enemies, just a bit more spread out, I guess. Just not as tough, maybe? I'm not sure. I might do grinding there, and then stop and record again from there. Now you'll see me go through the area, get a lot of items. It might be kind of boring to watch, but you won't miss any story stuff.
Federation Station number 5 is currently under a state of alert. The executioners have begun to attack the surrounding area. You cannot transport directly to Dr. Linegod's research lab. That area is protected by transport jamming to prevent direct access. You'll have to transport to the nearest location, the recreational zone.
Right.
Do what you must do. The fate of the galaxy is in your hands.
Yes, sir.
Move out.
And as I was mentioning, actually I don't know where the I think it's in here. As I was mentioning before, the nobody controls a fighter like I do. In last year's Officer Training School candidate finals, I controlled the 3rd task force and shot down every last fighter in the Tetrageniot Black Fang Squad. Sure, good for you. Thought it was important to the storage landing in the middle of the way. I think it's this one, yeah. Anyway, I've got an important decision to make. I had made the decision when I started to do 2 playthroughs, but again when something was lost when I lost my other playthrough. We made it to Moonbase. See, Albert wasn't even going to be, because you can see Albert there, you can choose between, do you remember the agency where you had, and it was like, do you hate me? That's the point when I chose Albert to be in this part of it. He was only going to be in our main one because he's my favourite character, but I always play as him, and I'm actually willing to take him out of the group this time. But usually, as soon as he's in the team, I usually do not take them out of the main battle party. I keep him all the way until the end. It's my favourite one. And this time he wasn't going to be in it. We was going to have Nell, and there's another optional character, and one of them is coming up now, well soon. I'm not sure whether to take them or not. We made it to Moonbase. This is the Federation. This is the station in Lunar Orbit, Federation Station 5, otherwise known as Moonbase. This is where my dad and his team had their research lab. I've only been here a few times. I only came here once when I was really little myself. I transported directly to the research zone. I guess this time we're gonna have to walk. Yeah, but it shouldn't be too far. Look like Dr. Linegod's research zone is to the west from here. Let's go. So yeah, originally, if I remember right, Albert wasn't gonna here, we was gonna have Nell here now. And then we was going to, I think we were gonna have this next character. And in mine I was gonna have Elbow, and then later on it was gonna be, actually it might have been no one.
Commodore!
What is it?
The executioners have been sighted. They've already engaged our front line.
So they've come.
Oh no! We've lost the battleship Sterling, and the Radiant's been hit in its starboard warp core. The Independence has lost its shields!
We're outmatched.
Displaying executioners on screen.
Quickly.
What the? What on earth are they? They're not ships! Are those things alive?
We've lost the Quicksilver. They've already destroyed 37 Federation ships, and we've only disabled 8 enemy units. 24 still remain. They're annihilating us!
Gods. This is far worse than I thought. I'm counting on you, kids.
I think I was going to have this next one in my playthrough, not in that one. So that meant it would have probably been Nell. No, Nell was supposed to be this, so it probably would have been Roger, maybe? Maybe it would have been Albo. I was joining as this backup person. Well, anyway. Is this working? It's an elevator door up and down. Use it? No, not yet. What time is it? Still got a bit of time. I'm gonna explore around a little bit before saving and stopping playing. I want to have a little bit of a video, not just cut it off so short. Ow. Everyone else is looking like what an idiot.
Learn to dodge, fool.
What is that?
It's a rock? Where'd that come from?
Say your prayers! You
Pepita.
ruined our gig! How are we gonna make any money now? It's payback time!
Pepita?
Pepita?
Hey, it's Sophia! What are you doing here?
Did she think we were the enemy?
Wow, what an amazing story!
That's why we have to hurry on over to the research area.
Yeah, but we took a good hour or
Why are
whatever
you
to
guys
explain the
here?
whole thing to you now.
We came to put on a show! What else? But while we were getting ready, that evacuation announcement came on, and we got shoved in here. I was so mad. I came here to give them a piece of my mind.
That's dangerous, you know. You have no idea how serious this is.
Yeah, but it's better than doing nothing. I hate the feeling of getting walked all over. It's frustrating, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Right.
Well, I do know how that feels.
That doesn't change the fact that it's dangerous. You need to wait here and leave the rest to us. Can you do that, Pepita?
Okay.
To have Pepita. See, I want to have Pepita, but I think story-wise, Nell is more important. Most of the survivors have taken refuge in this auditorium. If you need food or medicine or something, or some of the replicators in the market outside are still working, so we should be able to use them. I came all this way to sit circus, and now look what happened. When am I ever even gonna get a break? Say, will you happen to be Robbie's kid? Oh yes, you look just like him. Have your father's mouth and your mother's eyes. Thanks. So you made it as well. Glad to see you well. But I still think you have horrible luck to come here at a time like this. Moonbase is currently under the control of some guys calling themselves the Executioners. You can't use any transporters that lead outside. It's a totally messed up situation. Hey, you know those Executioners? It looks like they're blocking the way to the Landgard lab back through here for some reason. Unless I'm mistaken. Sure looks that way to me though. I still got a bit of time, I can look around. There's a bunch of items somewhere. Be careful. This floor is only safe. It's the only safe place in the entire Moonbase right now. Yeah, saying that again. Rosetti tree. And items back here. Oh, how are we going to fight those executions, or whatever they're called, without people who can fight with, and good weapons to fight with? Anyway, that Gonellas really knows a lot about this kind of thing. We'll leave it to him and just wait for instructions. There's a better idea than having an amateur like me try something foolish and just get in the way. I guess no items here. Alright. Hey, Quantestor... How do you pronounce your name again? Quantestor... Quantestori. Protecting the northern gate in the dead of night. The flame spreads like a black shadow. Protecting the western gate, the descendant giants dressed in blue seeks up the hearts of comrades, steadily growing masterful. He is the final fortress of the people's hopes. The Ingrate turns his blade upon the gods. I have no idea what you're talking about. Remember what is in this one? No, that's where it came from. This one. This is the shop, isn't it? Or is this the main part? That's the main part. That's nothing. Is this the shop then? I scrounged up all the weapons and looked somewhat useful from the storeroom, but these were only ones that I could come up with. Yeah, they're pretty good. I just want to have a little look around because there's some... It's a mechanized power gun. It's probably the strongest weapon in the store. You tire out fast shooting a gun like this. Probably a reference to an old game, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna try... I've got about 5 more minutes I want to record for. So we'll look around a bit. Swivel's area. There's an elevator, yeah, we're gonna go down. There are really good weapons in there that I'm probably going to buy a lot of them, but just a little bit of exploring and advancing this. This is not that scenery. What's this? This is to probably. Where should we go? Yeah, I don't want to go there. It's not good. That's to do the inventory, item creation and stuff. Inventing, that's it. Alright, let's try this way. There's a bunch of items, even just around here, that are as good as or near as good as, or even better, some I think, than the ones you can buy, instead of spending a lot of money, because everything gets expensive from here on out. Even more expensive later, but at the moment. These are the kinds of items that can be created at this shopping centre now. 50% HP recovery, available and epileptic, right, yeah, for the party, yeah, they're really good items. Fresh sage, we've got 5, oh, they can only sell 5. Yeah, we want to be getting pretty much a lot of that. I have traveled a million hills to reach this place. No ocean exists in the entire universe that I cannot swim with my boat. No problem. The hero of water shall protect us all. Okay. Anything here? Let's go to Camp Water. Smiles used to be free, but they've gone up in price a bit lately. That's the same stuff, isn't it? I am going to be buying a lot of it, and I'm going to unfortunately lose a lot of the money I saved up, which makes the 40,000, 30 to 40,000, whatever I spent on inventing sting even more. Oh, maybe it's not here. And there's an area where it's got some items, but I think we're going to be blocked out for the moment, but not for too long. I'm just trying to find it. Where's this? Hi, God, here. No bad guys get through. Okay. I could go there, but I'm still looking for stuff. Still here. That's where I was before. Oh god, this area. Hey, it's the least we can do, eh? An elevator, yeah. This must be it then. I'm ready to fight if the need arises, but I don't know how useful I'll be. I mean, I never even held a kitchen knife in my hand. You never even... Rich people. Oh, I want to talk to you. Alright, I guess let's go back here. This your first time here? Are you survivors from the blocks? No, actually, we've got business in the research lab. We came from outside. From outside? Well, that's incredibly bad luck. At present, Moonbase has been attacked and taken over by some mysterious entities who came from nowhere to call themselves the Executioners. They started out by taking control of shuttles, communications, transporters, and so on, and not only can we not escape, we can't even contact the outside. God, man, you've got to relax a second. What the heck are the Federation forces doing? They're stationed here, aren't they? Oh, of course, the troops stationed at Federation Station 5 put up a hell of a fight. But they were overwhelmed pretty much immediately. The enemy has some kind of new weapon I've never seen before, and they literally annihilated all the side in just a blink of an eye. Well, you gotta stop the coffee here. Unless he's got a new weapon? That's right. It looks almost like a mythological angel. They look almost like the mythological angels of Earth. Mythological angels of Earth. But they sure ain't angels. They're more like devils or something. They called themselves the Proclaimers, and they slaughtered people one after another, saying something about how the gods decided that humanity needs to be destroyed, and it's some kind of historical inevitability. But this isn't the work of gods. It's creatures that do such horrible things without even blinking an eye. Ain't devils, then what the hell should they be? Damn, they're anticipating our moves. Over in this block, almost every part of the base is under control of the executioners who appeared out of nowhere. They've been taking control of all transporters, communications, and all the devices and know no way to contact the outside. If only we could somehow contact these forces outside the base. Alright, I'm not talking to him now. I don't think I can keep up the speed. Hey, I think 32,000. Oh, nice. That make a nice dent in the amount spent. Who the heck do you think you are? Don't attempt to get in without permission from us first. The nerve of some people. Yeah, there's a bunch of items in there that I want to get to before I start purchasing things. I think it's... Right, anywhere else to go? Let me just check that area and see if there's anything I missed. Because the Peter is supposed to pop out and join us basically. But I don't want to accidentally miss that bit. Is there anything else? No, this is all dead. Any items? Excuse me. No, okay, let's go. I'm a bit lost in it, where am I? I'm going this way, I believe, yes. Huh. I thought I had to, I do want to get the little cutscene that's supposed to happen. This is going to be a tough fight. Yeah, Sophia and the group who don't have upgraded weapons. Alright, let's do this. I did save it earlier. If I die, it'll have to be the end of it, but I still need to get... No, let's go back and talk to her. No. Balls, I don't remember. This is definitely an area where it happens, but she's supposed to join us. Sophia, I'm doing as much as I would not saying anything. Maybe I have to go and do something first. What I could do is I could grind with the items I have now, which would be pretty tough. I guess that's what I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna grind against that area. I'll be annoyed if it starts a cutscene where we're in the middle of grinding. But alright, that's what I'm gonna going around all the weapons I have, but levels should eventually make a difference and Sophia should rise in the rank. So watch this, level 1. When you come back she should be probably like 35 or something. Alright, so thanks for watching. I did say it right. See you next time. Bye bye.